Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. My name's Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I, David, use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story.
I'm the only nerdy family.
No, you're the only Christmas nerd.
Oh, this is true.
I am the only nerdy.
I am the only nerdy one, except I'm not really.
Anywho, we're trying to do a new setup here, and it's not going well with quick intros. That's my fault. RPG MRE is the protein blueberry muffin. Banes and boons to be brought to you by Felicity. So, let us dive into the muffiniest episode of BombSquad.
I don't.
Slower. No.
I just want to make sure we get every word.
Take notes.
All right.
Listen quicker. Hello, my dear granddaughter. Thank you very much for your recommendation to visit.
You asked a deity to come here. Just a walk in the woods, is it?
Yeah, just a walk in the woods. And so I didn't think he was going to call my bluff, but I was just like, hey, you sitting up there in your clockwork heavens, you might as well come down here and, try and visit and see what life is like once in a while.
Don't you, when you challenge a gnome, they do exactly what you don't want them to do?
You know what? Gnomes don't learn either. That's the thing, that's our thing. So anyway, apparently...
Look at how many kids she has.
Legend point.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Here it comes.
Take that.
Thank you.
Give that man a legend point.
Continue.
So he took it as an invitation to tea and hasn't left. It has been absolutely wonderful. Even in such a small moment as it is in this temporal realm, such vigor and life in your dearest of family. Oh, the stories that they shall bring back when their cycles are completed. It doesn't sound foreboding.
What does...
You cycle, it's very normal.
You haven't had one of those in a very long time, sweetheart.
You can have all of them! You can just take them!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was this
Better
close
ask
to not saying it. I
forgiveness than
couldn't.
permission. It's all right. We all have kids.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Joys and pains, great adventures and crushing defeats. What a pleasure to be present in even such a small moment of their time. Thank you. You're welcome. It is terribly enjoyable to write a letter again. Oh, I don't recall how long it has been since I have held a quill in my hand, although I suppose it depends on one's perspective of relative to the stream, of course, as well as, the actual position within the 7 realms, but I digress. 7 realm? Whatever.
I think you've lost me.
I was lost from the beginning.
Oh.
You just got to catch up and enjoy the ride. So, I wanted to inform you of a few things. First, I'm working up a new contract for you to review that would make it more official to establish our relationship. As I said before, with the young Imladrim gone on one of his excursions, I don't know, I think it's a dragon got lost, got a god kind of thing, I don't know. Contact outside of some official relationship is difficult at best when within his temporal domain, like the dragon owns this world. I don't know. Didn't say that in the pamphlet.
He has talked to the dragon.
No, the dragon's like out to lunch is basically what he said.
But he's talked to him personally before.
Yeah, something about like, needs a whole contract to work in his realm kind of a thing. I figured it was some kind of like office relationship kind of thing. Like they work together, making sure reality ticks around. That's what deities do, right?
Arkira would know when he refers to temporal domain, the geographic location where the dragon is in power.
Is there the dragon is the one that you ride his wings to you
we rise
yes, that's the one.
on his wings.
I thought there was more than one dragon.
Well, there might be, since this one's out to lunch.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way.
Arkira wasn't there. I think. Are you referencing Yaberg and what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arkira technically wasn't there.
Anyway, he wrote a little bit more about this Imladrim person thingy. He says that he calls him a quote rather paranoid first child.
Wait, who? What? Who called?
Grandfather. He called the Imladrim person thingy a
Illadrim?
rather
Imladrim, right?
It's been a long time since he's
Let
held
me
a
guess.
quill.
This was written in cursive.
It's been a long time since he's held a quill. Don't hold it against him. Hold everything else.
It's a dead language, people. Stop using it. Sorry, go ahead.
A rather paranoid first child he can be, and his adjudicators so much the more. Though not all I have had good talks with the Tarian before. Although he is not as high on the dragon's hierarchy, still, I think it would be good to connect with him as well. We shall see.
Iliad, David might forget, but Iliad knows that name.
Say, what was the name?
He said it.
Tarian? I think he said he's like one of the dragon's like educators kind of thing. Said had good talks with Tarian.
How do you spell that?
Swirly thingy that goes down and over.
Heart flutter.
Loopy bit, and then a tail.
So an E.
Little cliff.
R.
Volcano with a little splash up on the top.
I thought it was time for a muffin.
Wheel in the
I-
sky that keeps on turning, and then little hump with a short peg.
A short drop and a sudden stop.
Yes.
Tarion.
I just wanted to say that.
T-A-I.
Tarion. But that is absolutely how Tiri tells you to spell. Ajax
Tiri,
is trying to input it
yes?
in the database. I don't know.
What was the name that you just read?
Building a bunch of things.
Tyrion. I haven't come up with a nickname for him yet. We'll call him T-Guy. Tarian. So I have just heard wonderful news. The sisters are in the process of meeting with each other again, which is most fortuitous.
Do you know the sisters?
Sly glance over to Ingrid.
What?
Because you remember my mom was a witch, so I've heard things, and I figured that might be your department. But it says that the sisters are back in touch, which is great. I love it when family gets back together. There's nothing like a family reunion. And, Having the twin flowers in talks again will almost guarantee that the moot will be on, and so we return to the contract. And here's the kicker, guys. Ready? A formality, but I import on you that each one of the Harrison first children, Elevated, and all the others have a representative from the temporal realm present. Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the deities have bitten off more than they can chew, especially if we're involved. But it's
Have they
rewind.
chosen these representatives? Is there more on that?
it says that each of the Harrison first children, Elevated, and others that have that attend have a representative of the temporal realm present.
Are you really your logic?
Zoom out. What the heck?
Yes, exactly. This is what happens when you invite a guy to lunch.
This is fun.
20.
You realize he's saying arisen.
Arisen. Okay.
I assumed it was just a weird accent thing, okay? What does that mean?
I know.
Are we in game, out of game?
Let me ask again. Arkiro, what does that mean?
Tiri has not answered my question yet.
What question is there to answer? This is I only
Have they chosen representatives?
Does that mean grandfather chose you?
It says
Just a walk in the woods.
just a walk in the woods.
I think-
Episode
walk in the
title, by
woods.
the way.
Picked up a deity.
That's pretty good.
It says a formality, but an important one, that each of the arisen first children, Elevated, they didn't use the comma thing there, the special comma thing. It's missing the comma thing. I'm gonna hold it against him. And the what do you call it? The
Oxford comma?
no, not in this world. It would it's Purdue.
Oh, the Prodi.
The Prodi, yes. They left off the Prodi comma.
That's awesome.
Yes, that's good.
And that the others have a representative of the temporal realm present is the primary, though certainly not exclusive, reason for my discussion with you.
I am still very, very confused.
I feel like it's an honor, right?
First of all, who's the arisen first children? Are they
Tiri,
princes and
Yes.
princesses?
you are one, right? I don't know, right? Isn't that what we're saying?
I'm just a simple gnome with a simple hammer and a simple desire to clobber some people.
How
You've
did
been
this soul
chosen.
come about? I'm still confused. Did you give him a phone call?
No, to be honest, I've been ghosting him as much as possible.
Iliad, roll your logic.
I don't know.
Arkiro, who are the arisen first children?
Those are different things.
They're different.
Okay, who are the arisen and who are the first children?
Also, everyone hears Moloch snickering under Ingrid's cloak. Carry on.
You know something.
Oh, nothing. Of course. I don't have much
He
logic.
knows everything. He doesn't tell me anything.
12.
I'll think about it. Carry on.
Am I to understand that no one here knows what the arisen are and what the first children are?
Keep going. Sorry, I forgot, David. What did you ask specifically before I asked you to roll logic?
Did you call him
Oh, yeah,
on the
like
phone?
Did you call him on
Did
the
you give him a
That's
phone
right.
call?
That's right. That's
phone
right.
call?
No, okay. I think that's enough. You remember that time when you first got to the Stornyandi and Tiri's little device goes. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my gosh.
It was the default Verizon ringtone.
Yes.
I already made that joke, but
I remember. Iliad remembers
This
that.
is a little meta because Iliad wouldn't know what a phone call is, but
Sure.
he knows the Verizon.
he definitely knows the Verizon ringtone. Okay, carry on.
He wrote it.
You wrote it.
It's how the worlds are connected. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
Gerard, I think it's his butler, is
Wait,
working
now,
together.
Now, what are we doing now?
What are we doing now?
I thought it was a legitimate question.
Oh, that's
I
really
am
good.
more the arisen first children. You're right. You're right.
That's a legend point right there. That's really good.
What was that for David? For being
No.
clueless? Oh.
For
Gerard.
for Gerard, but
Just the whole thing.
I think it's his butler.
Take a legend point.
It's so good.
okay.
So Gerard, his butler, is working to gather my old documents. Quite a task in and of itself, I'm afraid. Organization has never been a strong suit, nor really a terribly strong interest of mine. Well, that's something we have in common. I will then set to the task of reworking the old contracts. Just a few tweaks to make it better representative of my goals and hopefully find a common cause and purpose with yourself. And there is, of course, rewriting the language to better fit this specific moment within the stream. So look for another letter in due time with said contact, and do read it carefully and give me your unadulterated opinions. Oh, they'll be unadulterated. They'll be raw. Hopefully, we will be able to come to a mutual agreement. This will allow me the ability to bypass the formality of the dragon's security. I like it. It makes him sound like he's some sort of a clockwork steampunk hacker dude. I like that. You might say, as well as give me the pleasure of granting you some fun toys, I suppose, the like to aid you.
Now that I understand.
Yes, I know. It means toys. And so, yeah, I'm hoping for like a fully automatic hammer. Like, think about that.
Hammer's already automatic.
Oh no! Yeah, no.
You swing
Like
it
you
again
automatically
and again and
hit
again.
someone.
Fully automatic pump action, steam powered, hammermatic. It just whirs. And yeah, I figure he can do it. He's
Who
technical.
is he again?
I haven't the foggiest clue, but he says
Okay.
he's my grandfather, and so we're just gonna roll with that.
Do you typically trust old men who say they're a patriarch along your family?
No.
Do you trust Nori?
Leave him out of this. That doesn't count.
You can always trust a gnome to do the most random, least expected, and quirky thing possible. Yeah, I guess I trust him implicitly.
You can always
Okay.
trust a gnome.
Yes.
Swallowed something wrong all of a sudden.
And then, says here one last little bit. Secondly, I am also concerned specifically for your present location within this realm. I cannot be certain due to the aforementioned issues, but something is amiss in the dragon's domain, specifically the temporal portion, that is. So, with your recent encounter with the undead, I would feel more at ease if I could aid you more wholly. But for now, beware. A shadow or a dark fog lies over the mountain. That is terribly insufficient to describe, but in written word, I can go no further. Of course, a certain bothersome Nehezik is up to something.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
He says, a shadow or a dark fog lies over the mountain.
He is here?
What? No, a shadow or a dark fog.
And then you said his name.
Whose name?
The name
He who should not be named.
Dark fog? Iliad's farts? I don't know.
The reeks?
Not gonna lie, I haven't really been paying attention to the greater concerns of the universe.
Obviously not.
Simple gnome, simple hammer.
All right.
Again,
Akira,
somehow I doubt that.
interpret for us. Why do you seem so concerned?
This is of a certainty that bothersome Nehezik is up to something. Of what other than total domination? I don't know what concerns me. Also, the fact that he's granted a further part of his secret of his so-called ascension to deity to his 5 most loyal servants is disheartening. Disheartening, not a cause for panic. Disheartening. It would seem to go against his character, but at least as I've known him to be. So be on your toes, and I shall have that contract with you as swiftly as I can. Fight on, brave granddaughter. Your grandfather, the clockmaker.
Mika.
I have a series of
That's
questions.
cute.
Who will field
zoom
them?
out.
May I take those letters?
Okay, zoom back in. Never mind.
Clockmaker is familiar to our hero. There's there's references to a clockmaker in his Ascendants as someone the dragon has argued with, disagreed with, but sought wisdom from.
Okay.
And is referred to as like one of the old ones.
So, just to be clear, let's list out terms. What do we know? What do we not know? Arisen.
I like this idea.
Yeah, what is that?
I see on your HUD, Ajax writes out arisen, and there's just that where the next letter is going to be typed.
The cursor, yes.
Literally.
The command prompt.
All right, was it the Arisen? Or was it
I'm assuming it's capital.
Arisen?
Yeah.
That was to the
Show
capital
me.
A.
Show me. I don't.
It's, I don't know.
I
Can
like
you see it? I don't.
Eerie. Iliad walks over, like sticks his head up against it. Like, ooh, where?
It's right there. Okay. Arkiro. Arisen.
The Arisen are talking about the Ascended themselves.
No. Ascended
Senders are different.
is listed differently.
I missed that.
If you have the journal thing, hold on just a second.
No, you know what?
Or the
Maybe
Arisen,
I can.
are the
I have
Arisen.
I like to hear Austin's interpretation too, but let me just.
Wait, Dan, is
Yes.
there any chance that the answer to that is actually in the pamphlet?
Sure.
Yes, so Tiri's gonna pull out the pamphlet.
Default, the like
Wait, a
basic.
pamphlet?
Yes, Tiri's gonna pull out the pamphlet.
Absolutely, that would be in
the,
there.
the 10 steps for the casual faithful.
The casual
so I'm gonna pull out.
faithful.
You see our
I
hero.
remember.
Tiri,
it tells-
real quick before
Yes.
you go into it, Imladrin is listed as one of the first children.
Okay.
The Arisen are just referenced as the first deities that awoke with Diatos.
Okay. Exactly. You see, according to the dragon faith, now pay attention, our hero. The Arisen are the old deities, the old ones that like the gods before the gods. Yeah, like you should really pay attention to this. I feel like this was kind of like kindergarten for you, but it's probably been a while. So the Arisen
Can I
are
pause
like these
for
like
1 second?
I don't
Yes.
know
Would Iliad know any of this? Would I have any memory?
As Tiri's talking,
It would start to.
absolutely. This is like 101 faith stuff. And Ingrid too. I think Malik would have told you the basics. What Tiri's going to read from the pamphlet, you two would know.
So this is Hrensa and
No.
Tyrion and all them.
Haransa, Bolda, they're saints of the dragon faith.
Saints of the Dragon Faith.
Equal to Tarian the Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah. The I'll send you this a second and it has the red letters quite literally.
Okay.
But carry on, Tiri.
Yeah, and so I mean, again, I don't know all the details myself, but Tiri's going to read, all the little details of the pamphlet, and then when she's through it, she's gonna give it to our hero. Just like, here, you should read this. It changed my life.
I seriously doubt that.
So
Message is
Diatos
sent.
is the person that
You guys would all recognize it as
Diatos created everything. No? Yes?
Demeter. Well, and
the
Ingrid would
bones.
know
He
this.
talked about the bones
the
of
bones
Diatos.
of Diatos.
This
He
is
talked
the
about
Earth, the
Diatos
whole
as the
world.
Earth. Yep.
Ah,
It's
Tiri
known that
learned
his
something.
world.
the world Anwen was created out of his body. That's what kind of everybody
And he's dead.
believes. Well, it depends on who you talk to.
The
And
living
if-
bones of the earth.
There was mention grandfather mentioned to Tiri that when you want to create something new, there's great sacrifice to create something new. But obviously, Demeter has magical abilities through his connection.
So then would he be one of the Arisen by inference?
Yes. Dietos is the first of the Arisen, which that probably would say in the pamphlet. It's basically Dietos, Arisen. Dietos was the first, and all those who woke to the Song of the Stars are the Arisen. The first children, Imladrin, and many others, are the descendants of the Arisen.
But the stars are older?
Yes.
Hashtag get woke.
Or that's all the pamphlet says, if to be fair. But Tiri can make that something.
No. Tiri's got it. Tiri's got it. The stars are older than the deities. I've got a thing now.
How's that possible?
Magic.
It's like the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, which came first, the Song of the Stars or the gods? If that worked.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, diving back in. Sorry about that. So, carry on. With that little bit of explanation.
I'm just very confused. So we were talking about the Arisen.
Yes, let's break this down.
Arisen.
Can we do
Old gods.
a gram,
PowerPoint,
a gram
yes.
of a dial?
Can Brick get up there with a PowerPoint
Yeah,
or a whiteboard or something?
Ooh, no, we're in the alley. Tiri has a can of like magic spray paint
Okay.
and is going to, like, using the pamphlet, do the graffiti.
This may be giving away.
the homeless
No.
guy's just watching you guys.
So you got the old
He's
ones.
like correcting
and
us.
there's these.
No.
So there's some stars up here. They were here first. And then there's the old ones. And there's these old deities. So I'm going to draw like some like heavenly clouds, long beard kind of depictions. The old ones.
So clouds with clouds above below there. Okay, so we have stars. Oldest.
The stars are musical.
Things less old.
Stars are musical. And they make the old ones. And then one of them is this old deity over here. That's the one that the dwarf guy. Remember Demeter? Do you remember Demeter? I remember.
Of course,
Demeter.
I remember Demeter.
Yeah. So anyway, his old guy.
I miss you.
His Demeter's old man guy dies and becomes like the Earth. You're paying
Like
attention, right?
this.
Good. Yeah, like the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super cool. Remember, like remember how he would like die and go into the magic portal thingy and then
Like
get
we
like
did.
remade and reborn in another place.
Yes.
When we left
Actually,
the
I
cave,
do remember
the
that
mountain. Yeah.
in my previous life because I am currently living a different one. It's third life. Oh, I miss Brick 1.
Because you guys have teleported that way twice.
Really?
The Tajeka's Jewel used the same type of magic to teleport.
We are all dead, and we are just clones of the people who were alive.
I don't know
back
if that's quite
so
accurate.
far.
Something weird happened to me. Anyways, we'll have to talk about it some other time.
You're dead. Shut up. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's an interesting discussion on whether I'm actually alive or not, but they're still debating that.
So the first children are
We'll talk
probably the first children are probably things like the sisters, right, and the dragon. Yep. So, yes.
What are those?
Sisters. So like sisters, and I'll draw like the old witchy looking one for Ingrid's basically kind of a caricature of Ingrid, like maybe an Ingrid grandmother.
Okay,
Have
wait.
we
then-
encountered sisters before?
And then one of them is like the flower lady, so I'll do one like a bohan.
You don't have to roll for that. Yes. No!
GM's giving you a freebie on that one.
Woo!
So the bohan deity, the one that the flowery people, so like
Oh,
like
you
a
made it.
hippie, it'll be like a hippie goddess kind of thing.
Perfect.
And then they're like holding hands, but they're like glaring at each other, like how dare you wear that to this event, kind of a thing. And then we'll draw like the dragon, because I figure he's one of them too.
Do not forget Ulkan.
And the dragon.
Wait, the dragon's one
How
of the
could we
sisters?
forget?
No, I've.
No,
You've
Iliad
already
says
heard that
that.
name.
Yes. Yes.
The dragon is one of the sisters.
From
Yes.
Felicity.
But I'm not drawing the dragon out. I'm drawing like a little like office thing, a little out to lunch sign on it. So the dragon was one of these guys too.
When he draws the picture, Malek's losing it. He's like coughing up a hairball when he sees.
All right, you, Malek, can you get over here? Do you need help with that? CPR,
Yes, it's-
mouth to mouth,
I can
general
help with that.
smooching. I mean,
I didn't follow you at first, and now I don't like it.
all right, get over here. Let's talk.
He's just peeking his head out behind like Ingrid's hair.
Do you know what the first children are?
Maybe. I have to say, Tiri, your depictions are pristine, if not beyond accurate. I think she has some prescience abilities.
I'm more confused. All right. So there's stars, old gods, first children,
And the sisters.
who are the
Including the
sisters
Switch
are in
include-
the first children.
And then who was the other one? I know there's at least one other that. Tiri's
Didn't
at
that
least
dragon have a
familiar
lover?
with.
Something. No? Yes? Dragon have a lover?
Oh, the dragons had several lovers, at least as far as I understand. I mean, there's the ones recorded in his ascendants. This is when he looks over at Arkiro with like the Cheshire Cat
Yeah.
smile.
Be careful, cat. Do not be disrespectful.
I'm going to add to the picture of where the office where the dragon works a little like gift bouquet with a little note that says "Call me maybe."
Oh, I am still confused. So, where
Make
are we
the
now?
diagram bigger.
The homeless guy's just slow clapping. Anyways,
Oh, that's good.
what are you confused about, Metal Golem?
Okay, so the clock grandfather man.
Which I'm going to do the most obnoxious caricature of, over on one corner, just being like, "This is all his fault," everything. So
Probably, you're probably quite accurate with that.
He is a first child.
No. If I'm assuming right, the clockmaker is
Arisen,
Arisen, yes.
who is under the old gods, who are under the stars. I'm trying to draw a hierarchy here.
Sure. I don't know that stars fit in exactly.
oh, they do.
The pamphlet.
They do.
Yes, the song is. No one knows, I mean, as far as my history goes back. Perhaps Saint Arkiro could speak to that, perhaps. But I do not know specifically.
Oh, we can fix that. See over here, I'm gonna draw a
Star
giant
songs.
celestial litter box, and here's Malek's deity. See, right here. This is your realm.
You think you're making fun of me, but thank you. This has made my day. And he looks at Ingrid. Yes, indeed. Sometimes it feels that way. Your question?
So, we're talking about an Arisen who's talking about first children
Yes.
First children are under the Arisen.
under the Arisen.
They are the first. I feel like the name rather points out what is going
It
on.
would if there were only one of them, because then it would be first child. Are we talking about a series? Are we talking about actual families and they're just
You're-
firstborns of
you're
a bunch of
looking at it
families?
perhaps in too much of a microscope. I mean, they were the first children. The Arisen. Timeless, ageless. They had much to do. And so the first children.
You mean not much to do?
You'll find out when
I
you
miss
get someday.
drinking.
Don't plan to, but okay.
He's a eunuch.
So the first children are, yes, they are.
I'm not.
They have not exactly.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I haven't. Continue.
The first children The gods, well, they are deities, I think is more appropriate term, that spawn from the Arisen. They have known beginnings, not to us, of course, upon the temporal realm, but I am sure some Arisen out there know their beginnings, and in different literature, such as his Ascendance, it speaks of the dragon's birth. The family, the worshippers of the All-Mother, speak of her birth.
And the All-Mother is
One of the first children.
not arisen.
Correct. No, she, as it is sung by the family, is one of the flowers that bloomed when Dietos shed his first tear.
Dietos, who was an old god.
He was the first. At least, he was the first of the Arisen. There is also the asterisks, if you will, of the Forgotten Ones, and the Wanderers, who nobody knows exactly when they awoke. Everyone assumes it was after or at the same time as Dietos, but
And Mook Mahara.
yes, indeed, he is one of the Arisen.
The ocean person whale thing. Who's dead?
I'm
gonna draw that onto the poster. I'm gonna draw the giant dead whale labeled it Mahara.
we killed one of the
jewel
Killed
broken over its bow.
I just say, this has been a wonderful discussion.
Can I get like one of those water spray buckets?
Listen. He does the shake, and you hear the jingle of his moonflower on his little collar. That giant whale was not Mook Mahara. You don't think that... you don't think that something could kill him that simply, and would he be... That was an Il-Hapej.
Oh, of course, the Il-Hapej.
An Il-Hapej.
How could I forget?
You explain it to him, shall you?
no.
Very well.
What? He could explain it to me.
They're known as giant sea creatures who have whole islands grow on them. Long lost, it has been a long time since we have seen one. It's quite interesting to have experienced its sighting and death.
Okay.
Clearly this depiction isn't accurate, so Tiri's going to put a little asterisk explaining that this picture labeled Mook Mahara is merely an artistic stand-in, and not the actual
Artist rendition.
depiction of the actual deities, implicit that the rest of them are. So,
All right.
What's our goal here? What do we...
Well, we're working through our terms, and now let's get to the meat. I feel like we have a good... Oh my god.
right before the
This
Friday
is
comma.
where we need to be. This is what we need to discuss.
We need to be elevated?
No, we need to discuss the elevated. That is where Nehezek comes in.
Why have we heard the name Nehezek?
I don't know. I feel like he's a bad guy. I thought
He's the one who we killed
broke his
the
nose.
We broke his nose.
We broke his nose?
we broke his nose.
If we're being realistic, I broke his nose.
None of
I'm
you.
not keeping track of that or anying. I
So
don't
you broke
rewatch
the
the footage
nose
that
of a
Ajax
god.
has of that every
Yeah.
night before I go to sleep. That doesn't happen.
That's what we did.
Well, technically you were there, though this is more theoretical.
So I
than
add to the
technical.
picture. I add to the picture of the Lich with Tiri like smashing him in the nose.
Okay. When did this happen?
Very long time ago, back when we were in the caves
In the
with
cave.
Demeter and
Okay.
Mari.
Was Nehezek the necromancer thing?
No,
We
that
say
was
Peter.
his nose.
That was his nose.
That was
nose.
his nose?
His schnoz.
He's called the
He's called the
Nares.
schnoz.
Now, I'll say, I like that Iliad's confused.
I'm confused.
I know. And so Iliad's confused, and as everyone's like joking about it, it starts to click for you, because this is basic world knowledge. Don't feel offended, I haven't really explained it well.
I will draw the rest
This
of
is
the
basic
party
math, David,
fighting
all right?
I will draw the rest of the
Okay.
party. I was curious going to get carried away at that point and
Yes.
just start drawing up
There's
the
a
entire first adventure.
strange
The bugs,
blend
the
between-
slides, the goblins, the explosions.
Yes.
All of that.
Remember, you guys in the first arc fought fought the Nares, and he was listed as one of the 5 necromancers from the
Right.
Necromantic Wars. The 5 necromancers were called the Face of the Deathless Lord, which is another name for Nahazik, the Deathless Lord. They were like his 5 main servants. They're like the Nazgul, you know.
Okay.
And
So that's where we've heard the name Nehezek.
yes.
Because
He's
the
the
Nares
bad
was the nose.
Schnapps.
Right, because it was the face of the Deathless Lord. Each
Okay.
of those 5 necromancers had a title that fit the face, and you guys fought the Nares, which is another word for nose.
The most
David and
important
Iliad's
part of the
intellectual
face.
capabilities are somewhat similar in that
It's just not a priority.
I need dots to connect.
Yeah, but that's what he did. So you fought one of the 5
Tiri
servants.
puts dots connecting.
Okay, so I remember the neck. I knew the name.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So they're the servants of Nahazik.
What's the elevated then? Where does that come in?
Oh, the elevator are things that became deities from the mortal realm.
Oh, okay.
That's in the pamphlet, and that sums up the pamphlet.
Deities meaning
Yes.
they become first children?
No.
They become arisen?
No, it's, well, they're also called the usurpers by certain people.
They're just elevated.
Usurping who? Which tier of deity?
Well, you see, when there's like a vacancy, like, you know, like when a god goes out to lunch too long, there's a certain like power vacuum, and then, you know, things can like sort of get there through, you know, doing what the pamphlet says. You become a god. That's what the pamphlet says.
Okay.
Totally.
More or less.
It says that in chapter 3.
There's
They are-
chapters.
they
This,
are
that doesn't
mortal.
sound
I
like a
know.
pamphlet if it has chapters.
They have found ways.
Just ask Mala to go back to the beginning. From Diatos, because you are so confused.
The sound person.
I'm going crazy over here. I just want to explain it all for them.
Hey, you have
Janae?
background knowledge.
You're not playing this game.
She's not there. It's the gods.
It's
There's
an
a
elevated.
There's a voice.
It's the homeless man.
Yes.
Just snuck out there.
The elevated are, as Tiri said, they are mortals who have found ways to go beyond death, go beyond the temporal realm, hold some kind of power and realm outside.
So it's not necessarily a
Of this
position under any under that hierarchy.
That would depend on who you are talking to, if you know what I mean.
It is a perversion of power. Nehezek is taking what is not his.
So
If
that
he is
would
this-
be quite accurate.
if
There are
he-
others.
I thought he was just necromancing and bringing people back from the dead.
No, unfortunately, it is far more than that. If he is the dark cloud that is spoken in your letter, he is trying to take simply what is not his.
Which is
Dragons out to lunch.
This realm.
realm meaning
The temporal place.
This world.
like this planet?
What's a
Suction off.
planet?
If you go up in if you went up in the sky, look up. Do you see? Ooh. Go up there. Very far. Really high. Go so high. Big ball, what we stand on.
Adds a dashed line of Moloch ascending to the cat realm celestial litter box. Draws Moloch as the cat deity, just being like, see Moloch, this This is where you're going. This is where you're going in life. That's what this is all about. One day when we get this all taken care of and we've completely, punched the face in on Hezzy, we got a spot for you. And you can take whatever he has left over.
That wasn't what I was saying.
Don't.
But
Roll your perception.
the thing that we stand on, it's in a place that's like the sky, and we
Yes.
stand on it. That's a planet.
I see.
There are lots
well,
of
yes,
them.
we walk upon the land which Daitos made for us.
Okay, yes.
A ball?
Gravity and chaos emerging as planets. Okay, sure. Bones.
If someone lies down, I think it's more likely that it is a large expense, though no one has found the ends yet.
Okay, I'm familiar with this argument. It doesn't work, all right? You and me can discuss this later, and we can get a laser pointer, and we can go very far away from each other and realize that the laser pointer won't get to you. Never mind. That's irrelevant. What we're talking about is what a realm is. Are we talking about a planet? If you're calling it a temporal realm, time exists in many, many planets. All of them, as a matter of fact, because that's how time works. That's how the universe works. What is the realm that we're talking about?
The temporal realm is this realm. As
One
far
of the
as-
7?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
There's the imperial realm, the temporal realm. There's the realm between realms. He looks at Ingrid.
Is this
All
some
of them are
new...
surrounded by the void. At least this is what we understand. That is what has been seen and understood by all of the aforementioned.
Can I talk to Ajax real quick?
Yeah.
Or just at the same time? I don't care. A, are they talking about planets in space? Is this a solar system? Did we see anything coming in? Did you see anything? Do you have anything in your memory banks about this?
I don't have anything about specifically coming in here. No. It seems whenever I was disconnected from the ship's mainframe.
So we have no visual data of this solar system.
Correct.
Can you gather anything from what we can see?
Trying. Your suit's not exactly designed to study orbits. I'm studying the stars. The one thing I can say that is at least interesting is that I haven't been active long enough to say for sure. The moon is quite accurate. It is following a very particular pattern. As well as the stars, I don't know. Again, my memory banks are damaged. I don't know how many different planets I should have access to compare to, but the actual movement of the stars at least doesn't match anything I've ever been familiar with.
All right, so that's a dead end for now.
Currently, to be honest, whatever my other half and the gnomes find out, get that telescope working, perhaps, of course, a more aerial view, a more aeronautical view might be useful.
All right. Now, 7 realms. By the way, I'm just talking. 7 realms. Is there some regression of the, of course, now debunked string theory that went from 11 to 7 dimensions?
I mean, not that I currently know of. Again, I don't have access to the JADAR database, nor the servers, so I can't say for sure, but...
Probably just made so many people mad.
Ingrid, is
So
there a
many
clocky
people.
realm? Like, is there a realm of, like, gears and ticking, whirling things where everything is wound up?
I don't know.
What
if
is
I know
this
about that.
I've got a cousin who seems to pull things from there.
We could be looking something like a
and
Dyson
the
sphere,
and grandfather
or-
hasn't really been completely
Like a
explicit.
Dyson sphere inside
but
of a
I wonder
Dyson
if
sphere
he's
inside
like
of a
in
Dyson
some sort of a
sphere
clocky realm.
7 more times?
Why
Maybe.
not?
And
Which
when there's
puts things in their
7,
pockets.
Of course, we wouldn't be in the...
so it might be
Center
one of
layer.
the 7.
Fair
I don't
enough.
know.
You don't know.
That
it couldn't
makes sense.
Multiple dimensions?
So there's
You
like
said.
there's like a witchy one, right? Where like
All right.
witchy power comes from.
Try to scan
A
stuff.
realm of soup and eyes and
puppy dog tails.
Puppy
Yep.
dog tails.
Yep.
Right.
I'll try to.
And then what's this
scan
imperial
stuff.
one? Is that like where the gods hang out? Is it god party?
Yeah, I would think, yeah.
all that
yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
You don't have the
Olympus.
capabilities
And
of
then
the
there's
suit.
like,
Just do it.
what are the other 4?
Temporal.
Right. That's where we're stuck.
We are. Imperial.
Ajax is like, found a
The witchy
photon.
realm.
Looks up at his stuff.
The clocks.
Found
Yes,
one.
So
clocks.
that's 4. That's 4, but they're still missing 3.
Moloch,
Yes.
I don't know.
If Nehezek comes, if he himself comes, there is no one to stop him unless others become elevated or the Arisen come back.
Well, I don't want to speak to others' faiths. We're not quite ready yet, indeed. He looks over at Ingrid. Halluir is out there. Though he's always concerned with his own business. I don't think he's coming back yet. I can't imagine that. But his servants, one has awoken. You know the others are probably awakening.
If we defeat the
Imagine that
servants,
he'd shout with the nerves
if we
and the rest.
defeat the servants, will that stop Nehezek from coming?
My only assumption would be, at least, he'd have to change plans. If he's going to spend his energy and time on them rising, there must be some reason for it. Plus, there's the bloody sun. Who knows where he is?
It's in the sky?
I doubt it very much, though he does tend to have transformative capabilities. I don't know what he's done. I don't know where he is currently.
Well, if he shows up, he's going to be noseless, blind, and toothless, so we'll make it an unpleasant experience.
I don't know if the sun is, though he possibly could be. Who knows what he's done to his body at this point. Though I will say, I think it's fair to tell you now that Master Rika, the reference to that fight where we met, that was against the son of the necromancer. And that's where we're going to wrap up this episode, because we're going long. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the chaos of figuring out the world and all this stuff. Thank you, Zach, for that Tiri letter reading. That was amazing. Check out the links in our description below for everything. Links to other podcasts, other YouTube shows, links to music and ambience, and of course Game Masters Guild. Thank you so much. Check out the links for them as well. There's a code in our description. Use the code BombSquad in the Open Legend store for 10% off. There's a link in our description straight to the store. And watch out for episode 100. A lot of cool stuff coming. We'll see you next week.